Hey everyone, my name is Zaire from Hidden Item, and join with me today is...
Hey, I'm Ricky, and I played Smash.
Which one?
Smash Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the one that just was announced.
Where'd you play that?
Little place. I don't think many people have heard about this, but there's this convention or this expo up in, up to us in LA. It's called E3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went. It was pretty good, and we got some questions that we have to answer.
Oh, what kind of questions?
Questions about the game specifically. You went onto where? Where'd you go?
Went to E3 to the Nintendo booth.
Well, no, where'd you go for the questions?
Where'd I go? Oh, where'd I go to the questions? Oh, easy. Facebook. Good old-fashioned Facebook.
We also got a question on one of our previous YouTube videos where we were asking for people to ask us questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to start out with that guy real quick because he's actually been following us for a little while. Shout out to Relic Earth. Relic Earth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. Thank you for following us.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, he wants to know... He or she wants to know, picture of Toph from Avatar, so I don't know. Well, specifically, the feel of the game in general. What I've seen is it looks like each hit has a heavier impact, which is good. I was curious if you tried anything with that directional air dodge. Is it even worth trying to waveland or anything like that? We've got a lot of questions about how it feels in general. We'll get to that as they come. But what about the wave dash? Or the air dodge and the wave landing. Did you try that at all, Zaire?
So, just throwing a PSA out there, Ricky and I both did different segments of Smash. I did for glory and Ricky did for fun. During the gameplay, with for glory, you want to be more, tactical with how you play, and I think it punishes you more. With the air dodge, they punish you, right, for using it too much. Now, when I use the air dodge, I noticed that as soon as I finish doing a directional air dodge, I have like maybe 2 seconds or 2.5 seconds where I cannot use my recovery.
You are super open after an air dodge, and on top of that, when it comes to wave landing, there's even more lag when you wave land. So if you were to theoretically just have enough frames in the air to like land on the ground, so let's just throw out a number. I don't know exactly how long it was specifically, but let's say 2 seconds you're open, and then you hit the ground and then there's like another 2 seconds you're open. It's very, very risky, and this game definitely does punish you for dodging. Like it's very risk reward, more so than it has been in almost any other game.
So when I was playing, I had that left in mind because I did notice when I did dodge a lot, the recovery frames were way more, especially coming out of an air dodge or landing from an air dodge into landing. It's like you'd be safer to just land without like dodging or air dodge into a land, because the recovery frames are heavy and you will be punished severely for it. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, it's not worth landing. Don't do it. Just really don't land in with an air dodge.
Even when it didn't really help because I played as Link, and one of the things I noticed, he doesn't have a tether grab. I was trying to see if like how it worked in Melee, where you can air dodge into a tether grab. I feel maybe you can, but it's not going to be worth it because
you're just open for too long. That's just it.
You're open for too long, and like I said before, you really can't recover right after, which kind of blows. I don't know, it really blows, but at the same time, I can see why it was made that way, because it can be, broken for other characters to use.
Well, moving on to our next question, we got a man named Jacob, and he wants to know what Sheik's new Final Smash.
Now, Sheik's new Final Smash is kind of like a Greninja Final Smash, where she hits you with her knife and she does some really cool ninja stuff and bounces all around, and I don't know if it's a one-hit KO, but it does a decent amount of damage, a decent amount of knockback. But she does all this teleporting and ninja cool stuff, Sheikah stuff.
Moving on to the next one, we have a person named Claire, which is funny because if you've been following Hidden Item at all, Claire is an inside joke for this channel. But number 1, has Robin's Tomes changed at all? And number 2, in the new Floor Glory mode, does it turn off hazards, or is it only Final Destination stages? So have you noticed anything about Robin's Tomes? I know we didn't play as Robin.
So if you saw the direct, you notice that one thing about Robin is that you have a counter now for how many uses you have left in your tomes.
Great quality of life change.
And your Levin sword. The only changes I could say that I saw from the tomes with Robin wasn't playable in the demo, was that now Robin can angle his or hers Elwind from recovering. I don't know if Arcfire is any different or any of the Thunders are different.
That's all we know. And to answer your second question, you can turn off stage hazards, or you can have Omega mode, or Battlefield mode. You have those 3 options, which is great in my opinion. Moving on to this next person, we have a guy named Andrew who wants to know how Link plays. Was he buffed or nerfed?
Okay,
Zaire, you played as Link. How was that?
A lot of you people asked about Link, and I'm glad you guys did, because Link's my dude, and I'll let you know right now. A lot of these characters have overall had a huge buff where they move faster and hit harder. Link specifically, he got buffed and nerfed in my opinion. For example, his regular A jab combo, it's different where on his third slice usually your opponent would knock back not too far away, or not knock back at all. Not knock back. Wow, that's a weird thing to say.
Not knock back as far. There we go.
Far. But in this one, they knock back way further.
I feel like that's the game as a whole, though. Not just this.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And it's different, because it's hard, because Nintendo really did it weird with For Glory mode, because you would think For Glory is 1v1. No, they still made you do free-for-all. Now, the game changes when you play 1v1 and when you do 2v2.
We can't speak exactly how much it changes, though.
Mm-hmm. So, because the difference between how you do damage and launch during a 1v1 is greatly different from how you do damage and launch power.
It's less than the more characters you have.
The more characters you have on there. Link, okay. The cool thing they added with Link is his forward smash can now send a sword beam, but only when he's at 0%. When he has no damage at all, he could shoot a beam out of his sword, kind of to like how he's been doing it in
Breath of the Wild,
or any Zelda game,
or any top-down Zelda game, really.
No, it's Skyward Sword. Oh no, so that's Skyward
Sword. We had the Skyward Strike. It didn't work the same way because you could do it even when
so
you're
you have an extra projectile. And another thing I noticed with Link is that he can pick up his arrows. So that makes me think, what if Link now has a limited amount of arrows he can use?
Speaking of picking up arrows, what about the bombs?
No, what?
Because you could throw the bombs and you could also pick that up.
Terrible transition.
Well, because I've noticed that your opponents can pick up your bombs.
So just like in the old game. Like just in the past games, your characters can take your bombs with your and now you don't have your regular bomb. You have the remote bomb from Breath of the Wild.
So Zaire, if an opponent has your bomb, can't you just theoretically activate the bomb?
No, which is weird.
That's weird. It's very weird.
So you would think. Now this is where I think this is a huge nerf for Link, where you have the remote bomb. It's perfect for free for all. But if you use it on 1v1, it's kind of predictable how you're going to use it, It should explode on the moment of detonating.
It's just they made him like Breath of the Wild, through and through. It's not Twilight Princess anymore. It's Breath of the Wild.
Even his boomerang, actually. He does not have the Gale boomerang, so you don't have the tornado coming back with your boomerang, so you can't
It probably hits on the way back this time, though, right?
Yes, it does hit on the way back. His recovery is way better. Okay, he has more of a distance horizontally, and vertically it has gotten a bit
So it's
higher.
pretty much all over the place.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
It's a huge redesign. Moving on to the next question, we have a man named Joseph. He says, we've seen Ganondorf's sword in gameplay. How does it work? Also, did the Pokemon trainer face any differences besides Flare Blitz? Well, here's the thing. We didn't play Pokemon trainer, so I don't know if we can really answer that. But as for Ganondorf, his sword is actually just his final smash.
No, that's not true.
I mean, not final smash, smash attacks.
Yes, so they changed Ganondorf now into him not being a complete clone to Captain Falcon. He's now more of a pseudo clone like he is to
Echo.
Yes, sorry, kind of, not really, because he's not labeled as Echo. He's more of to like how Falcon and Fox are, or Wolf to Fox because his smash attacks are different.
Similar specials, different smash attacks, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's pretty much all we can really say about Ganondorf is that his sword is literally just smash attacks.
Which is cool.
Thank God he's pulling it out now, right?
It's a nice little upgrade, but I wish they completely did his moveset.
Next up, we have a person by the name of Young Wee wants to know, does Marth have his range from Smash 4 post-patch, or is it more like pre-patch?
Now, this is hard because none of us really main Marth, but I can tell you that Marth does have a good amount of range, and from what I saw when people were playing against me in Smash, was whenever Marth got the tip, it hit. It wasn't like in Smash 4 where it looked like you got hit by the tip and it didn't do it. So that's a good little thing that they fixed, because it really was annoying for my buddies that are Marth mains, and I know that they landed the tipper and it didn't get me. So
this next guy, his name is Zach. He wants to know, is Cloud's recovery any better now that his limit break only lasts 15 seconds? Now, I'm a Cloud main, so I'm gonna straight up say no. His recovery is not better in the least bit, which I don't think is an issue. I think it just brings him more balance. You know, some people will have their limit break and they'll stock it up and take advantage of the perks that it gives him while he has it. And then that's just it, you know. That lasting the whole stock or until you use it probably didn't work very well, and a lot of people complained about his limit break, and I just feel like it's fine the way it is, to be honest. Moving on to this next guy is a guy named Trenton. Is Cloud nerfed beyond repair?
That's a no. They made him more balanced.
Yeah, they made him, like I said, they did make him more balanced. I don't know if we could go beyond that. It's Cloud. He still hits strong.
Yeah.
And
Cloud's still Cloud. The only thing
Cloud.
I guess they nerfed was his limit break just kind of goes down after
away.
a while.
It goes away after a while.
Which is perfectly fine.
This next guy's name is Christian. Has Pikachu received any new features, spikes, combos, etc.? I haven't noticed any spikes or combos, but he does have a different nair. He used to just do a roll in the air. Now it's more similar to like Mewtwo, where he gets like this little electric burst around him.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of just keeps him in place. And I actually kind of prefer that a little bit more. Keeps your character near you instead of just hitting him away. Moving on to this next person, we have Jason. How does bear work on one-on-ones?
So we can't really answer that because, like I said before, Nintendo really emphasized us playing free-for-all until you got into the final stage where you do the 1v1. Now, I think, personally, if they're trying to keep Ryu more to how he's in his traditional fighting game in Street Fighter, you would have to somehow jump over, do a cross up to do a back air, but then that would kind of nerf him in a way where you're kind of forced to do all his fairs and all his forward moves. Now, I mean, it's a cool little feature, but I don't.
Yeah, I have a hard time visualizing it as well. I wish we could have tried, to be honest. This next person's name is Chris. He wants to know, is wave dashing really back? No, it is not back.
No, but I'm pretty sure someone's
gonna find something.
Yeah, it's where it's like, hey, look, we sort of have wave dashing, but it's not really wave dashing.
Yeah, I tried it, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, don't try it, because you're gonna hit the ground, and you're gonna hit the ground hard, and you're gonna be stuck there for a while.
I won't tell you not to try it, because I did try my hardest, and I'm not the perfect person to do wave dashing. But if you guys want to do it, go for it. If you find wave dashing, hell yeah, that's gonna make the game more different than it already is compared to Smash 4.
Alright, this next guy's name is Diego. He wants to know, is Ganondorf's voice still a grandpa, or is he voiced again like an old anime villain?
Now, Ganondorf, right, as you guys have seen or have not seen, has been designed to fit his Ocarina of Time look. And I can confirm that it is, I don't want to say his exact voice from Ocarina of Time, but from what I heard, it's very similar to what we've got in Ocarina of Time. I don't think it's the same sound bits. I think they got the same voice actor to come back and reprise his role, which is always a good thing. Consistency is good.
If it's not him, it's very similar.
Yes.
This next guy's name, or I don't know, girl, is Brieheim. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Brieheim.
Wants to know, is Link still agile mixed with heavy?
Yes. Okay. As Link has always been on the heavier side, and he always moved pretty decent, pretty fast. I'm just gonna say yeah.
Yep. All right, moving on to Jamal here. He wants to know, is Bayo still OP? Yes. I mean,
Unfortunately.
when Zaire and I are in uniform or agreement like that, then something is true. Because we do disagree, and we're very passionate about it when we disagree about something. But Bayonetta, I've seen her still do her combos, and she still takes people out in one combo, and people are gonna hate Bayonetta in this just as much as they hated her before.
Now, it was funny because during the Invitational, Sakurai took note of it, and he even himself said, that he still has a lot of bugs to fix.
Yeah, he
in
still
this
has a lot of bugs to fix, and he has to. And he
bug
took a
is
midnight
Bayo.
flight, right?
That bug is Bayonetta.
Okay, so we got Fletcher here. He wants to know anything and everything about Pokemon Trainer. Basically, Squirtle down to the 8 skins. Well,
the skins. It's just color swap.
They're just color swaps.
They're more over the Pokemon Trainer, and the
Yeah.
Pokemon Trainer has each color swap is referring to one of the protagonists from each protagonist of each game.
Yeah, they not to say like the character changes to them. It's just their color
swap, yeah.
is more themed to the main characters that you play in each Pokemon game.
So it could be Gold or it could be May.
Colors. As for like moves and stuff like that, all we can really say is that the down B is gone as a move because it's a swap instead.
Yeah.
Other than that,
They
not
look
really.
exactly like they did how they played in Brawl.
Pretty much, except for the fact that Charizard has Flare Blitz instead of Rock Smash.
Yeah, I think Rock Smash is just completely gone.
Can you Felice says, can you dash dance like Melee or in a similar way? Something different than Smash 1. Yes.
You can dash. Dash dancing is back.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah.
Easy peasy.
I'm sure.
Cover
Sure,
girl.
you're happy about that one. Our throw combo styles potent in Smash 4. From what I've seen, they've been kind of mixed. Sometimes yeah, sometimes no.
It's hard because, like I said, it's going back to like the game changes when you're going from 1v1 to free for all. Every time you add another person into the game, I did see a lot of combos coming off from a down throw still. So if you're just worrying about throw combos, they're still in there. If they're as good as they were in Smash 4, I can't answer that.
Yeah,
but
it's yet to be seen, but they're still present.
yes, yeah, you're always gonna get like a down throw into an up tilt combo, into fair, into nair to fair. It's gonna be there.
All right, Louise wants to know what the game modes are. Do we have something akin to Smash Run? Now, we did not play anything other than just Smash.
So how this demo works, right, is literally start screen and it takes you straight to stage select, character select.
That is something worth pointing out. The order is different, which actually threw me off because when I saw stage select, I was like, wait, I didn't change my character. And then I hit B and it took me to the main menu, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, we didn't see any of the different like menus where it says like Smash, single player, multiplayer,
Yeah.
trophies. No,
It was just the fighting.
it was just fighting. And one thing I did notice is that the game was like, menu-wise, it was more structured and more organized. Where in previous games, like in Brawl or since 64, you would have to go to multiple menus just to like switch to stock or time or coin. Where when we were playing in just on the character select screen, you'll have a tab and it'll bring you down to like, okay, now switch it to stock, switch it to time and stuff like that.
On top of that, you don't have to cycle through to change your character's colors. You can just bring up a pop-up menu and just select which one you want. So that a lot of Smash Ultimate is quality of life changes, just like being able to see limit break at all times or seeing what villager has in their pocket. And I feel like they're going to be just driving home that, like, what can we do to streamline this feature just to make it a little bit easier for people to
make
get
it more
through.
convenient for the players,
So Bryce wants to know, is Ike still a beast?
Yes, Ike is still a beast. I didn't personally play as him, but I did play against an Ike, and my goodness, Ike, we still like Ike. He is a bad boy, and he will hit heavy, and he's kind of like Fire Emblem's Link, where he runs fast and hits heavy, and he just does.
And now that the whole game is a little faster, moves come out a little quicker, right? And speaking about the game being a little faster, Tyler here wants to know, does the game feel faster paced than Smash 4?
Yes,
Yes,
definitely.
it totally does. And every single
Which
aspect you
is a
can,
great thing.
yeah, and every little thing you can think of, it's faster. You hit a button, the move comes out way quicker, and then you're gonna have to react quicker, and items come out quicker, and just everything. Even like Pokemon Trainer switches out quicker.
Now this game is not as fast as Melee, but if I had to pick it between
Like, which one is it closer to?
to Smash 4 or Melee, it's definitely on the Melee side, which I am great. I greatly appreciate because Melee I thought had the perfect speed, and just seeing that Nintendo and Sakurai himself knowing that like this game needs to be faster paced and kind of just faster in general. It shows that he does kind of listen to the competitive scene and give people what they want. So that's good.
So Sam here wants to know, how's Pac-Man looking? Better grab? The grab is still the Galaga beam thing, and he's kind of stuck there for a little while, so I haven't really noticed a better grab for him, to be honest.
I don't even know if he's playable in the demo. I don't remember.
He was playable in the demo.
I don't think anyone picked him. So.
Yeah, well, I saw Abadongo pick him.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
But yeah, that's all I really got to say about Pac-Man. I love playing Pac-Man in Smash 4, but I didn't really notice anything beyond like aesthetic stuff going on with him, where like if you use the up B, he's got this little like echo trail behind him, and I thought that looked pretty cool. But as for his fighting style, I don't think
It's
there's really
more or
much.
less the same.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much else to say about him. So Camden here wants to know, does Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard have normal down Bs, or did they change their Pokemon Switch? We actually answered this earlier. They don't have Bs, down Bs.
Their down Bs is a switch.
Yeah, right, yeah. No down Bs for Switch. They're gone. Ignacio here wants to know, does Samus's Final Smash make her become Zero Suit Samus? Is Sheik's down B... Does Sheik and Zelda switch when you hit down
No,
B?
so transformations are gone from this game
Except for
the
Pokemon
Pokemon trainers. Yes. Damn, Ricky, let me answer.
Yeah,
God
go
damn,
for
always trying to beat me to the punch. God damn it. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Ricky. So yeah, for the most part, transformations are gone, which is a good thing. Zero Suit Samus's and Samus's smashes are different.
Slightly. It's
slightly
just like
different.
it's more of like Samus does it from where she's standing, and Zero Suit Samus goes to the top of the screen and does the same thing. For the most part, they just, I mean, she goes into her suit and then she shoots the giant beam straight down.
So yeah, I mean, but no, Samus does not switch to Zero Suit Samus when she's done. It's not like Brawl.
No, the only switching one is Pokemon Trainer, which is a good thing because it makes them unique. So I think that's perfectly fine. Moving on to this next person, we have Travis. He wants to know, is Roy voiced in English like Marth?
Roy was not playable in this demo, and you know what? If they're trying to be consistent with it, which
Which would be great.
would be great, then yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, he would be, but
We're not sure.
we're not sure.
I hope Cloud is also voiced in English. I couldn't
Yes.
tell. I really couldn't tell.
No, when even from the gameplay videos that I saw from when I was waiting in line or trying to listen to it,
He mostly just grunts.
he mostly just grunts. And when he did his victory, it was in his victory screen, I couldn't tell if he was speaking Japanese or in English.
It's very loud in E3, guys. It's really hard to hear.
But one thing that I would like is if they give us the options, like in like Marvel vs. Capcom or Street Fighter, where you can switch each character. Oh, I want this person to speak in English. I want this person to speak in Japanese. That'd be cool. Because I mean, I would want Roy and Marth to sound like they did in Japanese.
That would be a first for the series, but I think a lot of people would welcome it.
Yes.
Tashawn here wants to know, is the gameplay different from the Wii U version? Are there new skills to learn?
Yes.
Yes, there are new skills to learn, and not just because it's different from the Wii U version, but because it's different as a whole. So, let's go back to air dodging. Yes, we've seen air dodging in Melee, but air dodging works differently than in Melee. In Melee, you would air dodge and kind of hold still for a little second before actually falling, whereas in the Smash Ultimate, when you air dodge, it kind of goes at an arc. You don't really stop. You kind of just keep moving
Until you become
until you hit the
dead weight.
ground. Until you hit the ground, really.
Yeah, and in Melee, after you did your air dodge, you were vulnerable, or not vulnerable. You just couldn't do anything afterwards. You couldn't do up B. You can do a grab unless you had a tether grab. Now for Smash Ultimate, after you do your air dodge, like I said before, you do have a couple of seconds, couple beats until you can do your up B, or you could hit someone again. So other than that, you also have your short hops. Better to it's easier and better to do your short hop.
Yeah,
fairs.
if you hit jump and the attack button at the same time, it'll actually just come out.
Yeah,
as a short hop attack.
So that's good for like Roy and Marth players or and Link players, because you have your disjoints and you could use that to space easier instead of kind of like always gambling it and hitting the ground and getting those recovery frames, or in this case people call it lag, that kind of screws you over in the end because you were trying to play a unique style.
Secondly, perfect shielding is different in this one.
Yes.
Instead of getting the right timing and hitting, well, you still need right timing for this, but instead of just shielding right when they hit you, you have to let go of the shield button right after they hit you in order to get the perfect shield. And it also works a little differently, I noticed. Kind of like it's kind of like super armor in a sense, where you can just attack right out of it. Like really, really well, and you get this little animation for it, and you can tell you did it right.
Another thing that I wanted to add, because we were talking about just kind of like how the new mechanics. Another thing that I saw they added was I play as Pit in one of my matches, and usually in the old games, when I used, well, not in the old games, but in Smash 4 when I did Pit's Guardian Arbiters, I couldn't get grabbed out of it. In this one, it looks like you can grab out of, I guess, counters or shields, so that maybe through Palutena's reflect, you can grab her out of that. You could walk through her freaking reflect and grab her out of that.
All right, so Gincario, awesome. I think that's his name, Gincario. He wants to know about
Giancarlo. You can't read, dude.
I'm sorry, that's a bit far back. He wants to know about Little Mac. Does he still have kick-ass armor?
Okay.
How good is the air dodge for his recovery?
Now, Little Mac is still Little Mac, where he is still really great overall. Oh, not overall, but like in the ground, not in the air. He still has great armor. He is like kind of what he was in Smash 4.
He's Little Mac.
He's Little Mac,
his air dodge, I would imagine, is a little bit less. I didn't really notice, to be honest, but it would make sense.
I think everyone has the same distance from air dodging, because that's just too much. So you as a Little Mac player, so if you want horizontal,
he could come back better.
Well, yeah. If you want to kind of use your side B to theoretically, you could side B into an air dodge onto the stage, and you will get there safely instead of just using up B to kind of last minute grab the ledge.
So the same man wants to know about the Inkling. What happens when on 0 ink? Does he still do damage, or just like 1 or 2%? So I played as Inkling, but his ink doesn't tie into the damage he outputs. Well, I mean, it does. If anything, the ink just does more damage. But if he's out of ink, it's not like it takes away anything after that. But the ink, it kind of makes him a little slower, because... So imagine if you played Splatoon, when you're standing in someone else's ink, you kind of walk around like sluggish and like that. And it's the same thing with the Inkling. When you're out of ink, you move very slowly. But you would do the same amount of damage as if you were attacking an enemy with no ink on them.
I noticed something, or I think I watched a video where when an Inkling shoots you with their ink and then hits you, the launch power becomes greater.
Well, yeah, all around. The more percentage and the launch is greater. That's just how the ink works.
So that's just kind of like scares me in a way, where Inkling players could really abuse that, where even with just a little bit of ink,
that's what makes him special. I mean, I like it. And last part of his question is, he wants to know, is Link fast? His specials, do the bombs have more range? His boomerang is like Toon Link's? Is it like Toon Link's?
Okay. Another Link question. So his bombs... okay, they're the same range, where... From what I saw, where he just kind of... You could throw it fast, and then you could kind of throw it meh, or whatever. It goes the same distance. The bomb actually now bounce like in Breath of the Wild, from gravity and stuff. Where in Wii U and Ultimate, once it hits the ground, it just kind of either rolled a little bit or it just kind of stayed in Smash 4 and Brawl. His boomerang is more like Toon Link's.
That's it, really.
That's it, really. I didn't answer your question.
So we got a repeat asker here. Travis wants to know if we'll get a demo in the near future, and I'd say don't count on it.
That'd be wishful thinking. The only time we ever got a demo was the 3DS one,
and that was probably just to sell you on the fact that hey, it's portable and it's on 3DS. So yeah, I really wouldn't count on that.
So if you would want a demo, man, try maybe Comic-Con or try the New York Nintendo store.
All right, so Daniel here wants to know, is there still a stationary air dodge or is it all directional now?
Yes, there's still a stationary air dodge, where Ricky thought that we didn't have one because it's really hard when you're playing the game because you are moving a lot.
Yeah.
But I was looking back at some of the footage that I recorded while playing, and yes, I could still air dodge in place.
And I do want to note that I tried it and it moved me. So I don't know if there's something wrong with my controller or it's an old game. Maybe it was just a bug or something.
No Johns, Ricky, no Johns.
I'm not Johnning because I didn't lose. But yes, like Zaire said, there is still stationary air dodges. John wants to know, how is it like playing as Link?
No Johns, we have a John.
He wants to know how's it like playing as Link, Ike, Marth, and Cloud in the new game compared to Smash 4. If you played as any of those characters, that is. I would also like to know about Roy and Shulk, but they were absent from the E3 demo. Now, Zaire's talked a lot about Link. I don't know if there's much else for him to say, but I played as Cloud, and I'd like to say that he kind of just took off. Everything he did really took off, and that's something that kind of translates to the rest of the game, where everything is just much faster now. But for the most part, Cloud is what he was in Smash 4, minus the fact that his limit break does go away after a few seconds. But yeah, just faster.
I know that I talked about Link a lot, and one thing I did forget to mention was that now Link's pose kind of changed, so now his shield for reflecting like projectiles and stuff is better and greater than how it was in the previous game. So that's something to look forward to.
All right, so Evan here wants to know, how's Wolf unchanged from Brawl? Differences? How does Ridley feel? I don't think Wolf was playable, was he?
I want to say no.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing Wolf, but if he was there, we didn't play him, so we can't answer that. But I did play as Ridley, and Ridley, he's heavy. He's a very hard hitter.
He looked fast though.
Yeah, but he's still heavy. He's fast, but he's still heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he dropped really hard. And on top of that, he's gonna be a character that when someone picks him, you're just gonna see him kind of like how people see Charizard, except a little bit faster. Where you're like, okay, yeah, he's gonna hit and he's gonna hit hard, and I'm gonna be sent across the stage. You really have to avoid his attacks out here, and his attacks don't really come out that slow. They come out pretty quick.
So what you're saying is Ridley's pretty much busted for now.
Yeah, well, we got a question later on asking about if he's busted. I'll answer when we get there.
Okay.
But Salvador here wants to know the relationship between Melee and Ultimate. Main differences with the one for the Wii U. So it's almost as if the two got together and made a baby that leaned a little bit more on the Melee side. It's quick. It's quicker like Melee, and I mean the differences are pretty much highlighted in the Direct, where you got air dodges and stuff like that. It's just faster all around.
It's faster, but one thing that I will know is that it's kind of still on the Wii U side, where when you want to launch someone and you try and get the kill, it takes kind of forever to kill somebody. It's more on the Wii U side, where in the Brawl and Melee and 64, you hit someone hard, they're most likely going to die, or you see them shoot away. Now, you do need to take in fact DI and stuff like that, and they did add a cool little feature where when you're thrown off far away from the screen, a little box comes out where you can see if your character is still in the blast zone or not.
Right. There's also a little zoom in when you hit someone hard, although that doesn't mean they're dead.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
The inconsistency.
It could be that could be one of the bugs Sakurai was talking about, but yeah, just because the zoom in happens doesn't mean they're gonna die. Although most times it seems like they do die.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher here said, I already played at Nintendo NYC, but I would like to know if you had any input lag while playing the game as well. I did.
I did
I
not.
had, yeah. So that's weird. It could be like bugs or something making the game, or it could be the monitor we played on. But yeah, I did notice some input lag while playing the game.
I want to say I did not. I played on 3 different monitors because they did it tournament style. And you know, when I hit A, and I played it on the GameCube controller. And I hit A, it was responsive enough and fast enough. One thing I did want to say though that about the characters is they do feel a little bit more stiff, where in a way where they're meatier, if that makes sense.
That does not.
Like, you move and you feel the weight in your character as they move.
Okay, but this was about input lag, and I
Well,
just want to
that's what I'm
say
saying
it
is-
was noticeable on the main menu for me. It wasn't noticeable during gameplay. Like, I would move the cursor
Well, that's
around. And it would come
that's what I
later.
mean. That's what I'm saying though with the input lag. Maybe you thought you had input lag, and maybe it's just a difference between character.
Well, I'm saying I felt the input lag on the main menu,
Oh.
not when I was playing the game.
Hmm.
So, yeah, there was input lag just all around. So I can't really answer
So
that.
Ricky says input lag. I say no.
So Daniel here said, "Can you Ridley side with a side special?" And I don't even know what that means.
So what I'm thinking, what Sir Daniel here is saying,
Sir
asking,
Daniel Fortescue.
asking is maybe when Ridley has an attack where he grabs his opponent and kind of slams them and slides with them on the floor of the stage, and pushes him forward a while. I don't know if he does that without them. Ricky, can you answer? If you're the one that played Ridley.
If you hit side B and you don't hit the character, he stays in place. However, if you do hit the character, he moves. He goes across the screen.
Alright.
There you go.
There you go, Mister.
That's all I gotta say. If that's what you mean, I'm sorry if we're botching your question here because we just really don't know. Gene Cario again.
Giancarlo.
Fuck, whatever. He
Sorry,
says,
Giancarlo.
Did Link just send some sort of laser slash with the sword? I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta try him out. Yeah, he has the sword beam.
Yeah, we answered that earlier, Mr. Giancarlo.
Yeah, it's at 0% only. So, and with this forward smash only, right?
Yes, from what I've played.
Yeah. Does it do a lot of damage though?
I don't remember. It's kind of like a nice little feature to have, but it's another projectile that Link has if you don't get hit. But it will leave you very open.
All right, moving on to Alexis here. Does the Pokemon Trainer change Pokemon with Shield B like Inklings going into their ink, or is it down B? It's down B. It's not Shield B.
Okay.
So I mean, I would honestly, Alexis, you should work for Nintendo because Shield B would have been cooler because you could have the down B still. Brett Williams has multiple parts to his question. He wants to know how floaty does Ridley feel, if at all. He looks nimble and fast for a heavyweight, even if he is one. Yeah, he's pretty fast. As for floatiness, you do have like multiple jumps in the air, and like moving left and right while he's going up is a little floaty. But then once his upward momentum stops, he just drops like a brick. So he's a little all over the place with that one. But yeah, he's pretty quick. I feel like a lot of people are going to use Ridley just for what? Yeah, just because he's good.
So the second part of Mr. Brett question is favorite character and changes you played the most.
Favorite characters and changes you play. Okay,
So Ricky, who is your favorite character?
Cloud. It's always going to be Cloud.
And what change did you like from him?
I mean,
or did
he
you
wasn't
notice?
really changed. I already spoke about this earlier, but I mean,
But you played as also. You also played as Sonic.
yeah, I played as Sonic. What's it?
His
He is for his dash
dashing
attack.
attack.
That's what I'm looking for. His dash attack is different. It comes out quick, but at the end of it, he's wide open. He is like super wide open at the end of his dash attack. So very, very punishable. Not a really fast recovery, which I think is pretty funny because he's supposed to be a fast character. But other than that, oh, you can't spin shot. You try to spin shot with Sonic and you just jump up normally. You jump straight
what's
up.
a spin shot? For the people who don't know.
A spin shot is when you're in the air and you kind of hit the C and you do well. First, you start doing a spin dash,
Mhm.
and if you hit the C stick in any direction really, you'll just kind of launch yourself across the stage very far.
Mhm.
And they took that out. It's no longer in the game. Sad face, cry.
Oh wow. Other than that, for favorite character,
No, I think that's it. Really, that's the only differences I've noticed.
Because I know I said I played as Link, but I also played as Pit. And for any Pit mains out there, Pit's still really great. His recovery is the same, but I noticed that when you angle it in a way, it kind of doesn't angle as well anymore. That might be because of the build, or just they kind of changed him. His side B, I think it's called his upper dash arm, whatever it's called, still launches people really great. But he's more or less how he was in Smash 4.
Okay, any notable changes to Kirby? We can't tell you because we haven't played. All we know is the dash attack is different.
Yeah,
it's like
his dash
melee.
attack is like his melee fireball thing.
So this is another part of the question directed to me. For that sweet spot on Ridley's tail stab special move, do you think he may have setups for it, or is it more of a mind game move? It's definitely a mind game move because you are super vulnerable after you do it. Well, so instead of launching the character, you may have noticed that the cripple actually the character cripples instead of being launched.
Now, what I saw, and I'm gonna have to kind of disagree with you. Okay, well, even though I didn't play them, but from what I saw on the Treehouse live event, was I don't know if Sakurai someone used Ridley and did his needle thing, and as soon as it finished, he was able to do a down smash and just launch it.
Well, I didn't try down smash, but I did try moving towards them and to just do a dash attack or something like that. And what I found is he stops moving for a while, and I think that's what they're aiming for. Is that once it comes out really quickly. There's very little delay to that, but once you've done it, he takes a while to bring his tail back. And if you go back and look at any videos, you'll see that actually happening. So it's not really...
You could use it for setups, but
there's probably a setup to a lot of things, but the game's not final, and what I see is going on is they're looking to have it come out quick but finish slowly. Also, I want to point out the tail stab. Its sweet spot is bigger than you would think. I thought it would be a lot smaller. I thought it'd be like Marth's tip or something like that, but it's actually pretty decent size. I tried it 3 times and hit it 3 times. So
really straight busted.
Ridley strong. He's a force to be reckoned with. Characters in the demo you can't wait to try. Shulk. I want to see if they made Shulk better, to be honest. But
Roy.
Other than that, I mean, I don't know. Let's just talk about what we actually tried out though. How fast is Free Fall compared to Smash 4 and Brawl? Is it more melee-like? It's a lot more melee-like. Yeah. It's a lot quicker.
They're not like freaking like kilos just falling from the to the ground like because of the melee, but they all do fall a bit faster because they're still kind of floaty in a way.
There's still a lot left and right movement, but you're still moving really quickly.
Yeah.
Phoenix here wants to know how the movement is in the game. Just faster.
Faster, better, smoother.
Danny wants to know, does Mario still have his USA outfit?
Yes, he does. Mario does still have his golf.
America!
Yeah, his
fuck yeah!
For America costume, as well as other people have a lot of good costumes. Mario has a lot of good costumes.
Yeah, so Brian here says, do you think Dark Samus can be the next Echo Fighter? Because they first removed the color for Samus, and they still haven't shown the assist trophy for the new game.
That's a good thing you pointed out, Brian.
Here's what I want to say about this is, first off, Sakurai says don't expect a lot of new characters because they're focused on bringing everyone back. The assist trophy has not been shown off, so that is something worth noting. Thirdly, Mario still has his Wario colors, and yet Wario's in the game, so I don't think that's something to really...
I don't think that really matters.
I don't think that matters.
Well, I don't think that matters because like Mario had that since 64.
Yeah, but Dark Samus was a color in the last game, so what I'm saying is I don't think the absence of a color means the inclusion of a character.
It could hint to it though.
I don't think that's what that means at all. Just because Mario says Wario
it could hint at it though.
I think that's I think that's overreading it.
Even still though, that gives that person a nice chance of hope. And you know what, Brian? I hope it is. And Dark Samus may hold on. Maybe Dark Samus can be an Echo Fighter and will I mean, will it be a good decision? No, I would like for Dark Samus to be a completely new fighter.
I'm with you. Dark Samus has more in her arsenal than I think you think.
Yeah, she would become a better as a new fighter than an Echo fighter. And you noticing that Samus doesn't have that alternate skin or color change could hint to it, but as Ricky said, just don't really read into it. But hey, it's something. It's a chance of hope, and I hope, if you really want Dark Samus, you get it.
Michael here wants to know how the new Final Smashes are. So I got 2 Final Smashes when I played. I got the one for the Inkling and one for Sonic. Starting out with the Inkling, all she does is the Killer Wave from Splatoon. It's just this giant laser beam. It's like Samus's, except it angles up by itself while it's doing. And on top of that, Inkling is free, so you can just grab someone and toss them into it.
For Final Smashes, I could tell you that they kind of made like all those transformation ones gone, because they're trying to make this game way faster.
It's like Smash 4, yeah.
No.
I'm saying it's gone in the sense that the transformation ones are. Oh, I see what you're saying by transformation.
Yeah, yeah. Where like Giga Bowser you don't run around and play as Giga Bowser anymore. You have this little cutscene. Like if it was like PlayStation All Stars level 3, you get a cutscene and you just pretty much
not
kill
all
everyone.
of them. Not all of them like that. Yeah.
But not all of them. But like it's more. Like you get a cutscene and you get the hit. They're trying to make this game way faster. They're trying to
they're more to the point.
I feel like what they're doing is they're trying to make it so Smash Balls become competitively viable, but I don't think that's going to happen because
the random factor.
And because some Final Smashes are better than others. So. Overall, they're more straight to the point.
And to speak more on that, Sonic's also you're not Supersonic flying around. I know a lot of people hated that. Instead, what he does is he kind of just darts around the screen like a madman, and it doesn't work very well from what I've experienced. He kind of just goes all over the place, and there's not a whole lot of knockback. I got someone from 0 to 39, and that was it. So Sonic's I feel is just more balanced. I think people will be more accepting of it. Moving on to the next person though. Jackson, why can't Charizard Mega Evolve when using Triple Finish? I don't know, man.
Let's just go back to saying that, they're trying to make these Final Smashes like bam.
Well,
go.
I think what he's asking is how come they didn't change Charizard's design during the final.
Okay,
Smash?
Look at the Pokemon Trainer. They're based off Fire Red and Leaf Green. Mega Evolution didn't exist back then.
It didn't, but I mean, it is still some. I mean. I don't know. It's still something that exists. Sonic still turns into Super Sonic when he darts around, I don't know.
I'm going to go with consistency, and it didn't exist back then, so don't expect it.
Yeah, or it could just be because the other don't Mega Evolve, so let's not make Charizard special here. This person wants to know how the Inklings are. The Inklings are fast. They're a little tricky also, because their movements kind of make them... okay, when he dashes, he turns into a little squid, and he kind of moves up and down. He's like... He's jumping in and out of the ground, and that kind of plays a little mind trick as you're doing it, because his hitbox is moving up and down all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird. But when you get people covered in ink, like we said before, they do more damage. And then when he's out of ink, it's very sluggish. You absolutely need to pay attention to that gauge. I kept forgetting about it, and that really screwed me over. But other than that, Inkling I think will be very viable in the future. I can see people... using whatever Inkling just to the fullest. Just the best Inklings are always going to be mindful of their gauge. That's all I can really say about Inklings. Zio wants to know, is Mario the Odyssey Mario? Yes and no. Still has Flood, also has Cappy. So, but I didn't see him throw Cappy. I just see Cappy on his head with the eyes.
It might be a nice little nod.
I think it's a nod. I think it's just animation. The eyes sometimes
If you're
pop
thinking
up.
that Mario's moveset changed to revolve around Odyssey, no.
Yeah, I have not seen that. He just... It's just... Cappy's on his head. That's all we can say about that. But that's it for the questions, Zaire.
Whoa.
That's it. We got through all of them.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know this was a long little... I guess Ask Me Anything and
AMA.
I hope that we answered your questions, or at least we picked the good questions out of the bunch. And I appreciate all of you who asked the questions. I You know, like it means a lot. And for any other future content about Smash, or if you have any more questions, please let us know in the comment section below. And if you liked our content, leave a like and consider subscribing. We are super excited for Smash Ultimate, and it's coming out December 7th of this year. So expect us to do a lot of Let's Plays and have a review on it when it comes out. Other than that, my name is Zaire from Hidden Item, and I'm going to tell you guys to catch you on the flip side.
Bye, guys.